5 things I wish more people recognized in their 20s. As well as what numerous older folks are still missing. When individuals make these checklist articles, they usually overemphasize the noticeable: work hard. Don't be afraid to stop working. Rely on your own. These things could be excellent reminders, yet they don't truly add to the discussion. Even better, they don't really create meaningful insight for individuals to far better their future. If even more individuals comprehended these 8 points quicker, they'd be happier, more effective, as well as endure a lot less discomfort. 1. Do not back yourself into an edge that's tough to leave. I knew their connection was trouble from the beginning. They never ever got on. They had absolutely nothing in common. There was always drama, complaining, and rips. And right here they are, 16 years of suffering later, with 3 Band-Aid infants, and also a messy divorce to make it through. All due to the fact that neither of them was solid sufficient to leave. Another buddy remains in over his head with financial obligation troubles. He made a bunch of presumptions regarding his future incomes and investing, which is often the situation with cash problems. The lesson? Hangovers can be fixed with a good night's rest. Band-Aid children as well as financial debt issues cannot. Reach your 30s with as little baggage as feasible. 2. You are paid by how pricey you are to change. I finished university with this misdirected concept that an excellent degree and effort would certainly make me unyielding. Every person would employ me and also I would certainly obtain a raise each year. All it takes is a business scaling down or a supervisor that doesn't like you. Our pay and job safety and security are straight linked to how many other individuals are willing to do our work. This isn't a viewpoint. It's business economics. You either make yourself indispensable to a company, or pick up abilities and qualifications that make various other companies want you extra. Or else, intend on obtaining pulled around and low-balled. As a severe example, my friend missed university and worked his means up to senior-level tech support with a camera firm. Currently, at 38, his company is insolvent and also he's out of the task with marginally transferable skills. 3. Look down your hard discussions. Among my most afraid acts came with the age of 21. I broke up with a sweetheart over the phone instead of face-to-face. On a 10 scale of how inadequately this could go, her reaction was a solid 9.8. Thankfully, I really did not need to learn this lesson 2 times. Someone as soon as told me, exactly how much you go in life will certainly be determined by the amount of difficult discussions you're willing to have. That knowledge ends up being a lot more apparent with age. I have actually seen so many problems boil over right into brand new as well as a lot more unpleasant dilemmas because we lack the sentence to confront the issue in a timely fashion. 4. You are powerless without a padding. My sweetheart frequently asks me why I'm so into saving my cash and also investing. Why not take even more trips? Why deny ____? Having financial savings is about power. It gives you options and also control. My best tip: save enough cash to cover a year of living expenses, as quick as possible. After that, keep prolonging. Saving isn't almost offering on your own an eject button from a bad manager. Having that cash provides you a sense of security. It alleviates your anxiousness. Of course, having the alternative to craze stopped is a wonderful card to have. A complete 69% of Americans don't have $1,000 of financial savings. Do not leave yourself at the mercy of financial obligation or living in your parents' basement. Spend immediately. Time is your good friend. Place something away each month. You'll be stunned at how rapidly it adds up. 5. Your people is your future. I always asked yourself why my moms and dads interrogated my friends. It appeared a bit severe, but it was with excellent meaning. My grandfather as soon as stated, "Program me 5 of your closest buddies, and I'll understand a great deal about you." In your early 30s, the divergence of your mate ends up being especially noticeable. Some will certainly be stepping out of med institution while others are still stuck at the bar, avoiding completing college. Whether we wish to or not, we take on traits from our peers. It's intrinsic to our nature. Border on your own with individuals that represent the person you would certainly intend to be. Just because someone intends to be your friend, doesn't imply you ought to be friends. You can be a kind and also charitable individual. yet also discerning in that you spend your time with. And joy has an extremely monotonous formula. We establish this extremely childlike vision of joy that includes great deals of glory, fairy tale, as well as wanderlustian experiences in international lands as well as hotels. As I obtain all set for my 40s, I'm never ever much more material than when I go to bed at a typical time, job hard, and maintain good partnerships. This comes with a caution. People are set to look for inconsistent points, novelty as well as uniformity. It's typical to constantly feel a little bit agitated. I discover that seeking novelty is healthiest when connected to goals, taking place a holiday after a successful endeavor, treating ourselves to a high-calorie meal after a difficult workout. Unearned affordable thrills are for beginners. And your occupation will certainly break your heart at some time. Our very early professions bring a tough modification period where we fix up an idealized expectation with operational reality. Years of grinding lead a number of us to a crossroads. I was eventually offered that point. I realized I was simply going through the motions. I couldn't see my future in the field. I underwent this horrible change, that was extremely akin to a difficult separation. Do not invest your time wondering what you want to do. Attempt things out as well as discover brand new things. As well as don't be shaken if you really feel the calling to make a radical change. And the majority of connections have expiry dates. People come and go as you age. Relationships end. Social circles shrink to a core group of family and friends that belong there. Cut the harmful people out of your life. Make it a point to maintain the links you value. Many occupation, family members, living, has a default state that draws you far from individuals you were as soon as near to. Start deciding who you desire in your life 30 years later on. Nurture as well as safeguard those relationships, or run the risk of the loneliness of old age.